What's up with it, y'all? Yeah, man, I'm like geeking out right now because I'm tripping. Every time I think my 4 ACO trip was a bad trip, it bring me to a understanding that's like my beyond my expertise. Okay, because I seen a lot, and I know one thing. I'm not doing for ACO around a group of people that are not like a group of people. Like we gotta all like if I do it around people, we gotta all be on the same level because when you not, bro, you see everybody and everything for what it is. For what it is, bro. I'm telling you, it's to the point to where, like, it damn near had me crying today. I'm not even gonna lie. Even last night, like, even after the trip, because I tripped all the way until like 6 in the morning. 6 in the morning. Look, it was it was the this was I'm gonna tell you at certain points, it was the most beautifulest trip, one of my most beautifulest trips, because when I stepped outside, my cousin had these flowers, and like he had like a little garden or something. It had these yellow flowers and it had these other little trees right there, bro. Oh my God, if you would have seen how they looked, how vibrant they were, how they was moving, how they was like, it's like they was talking to you or trying to get your attention. And the trees was lit, the clouds was lit, everything was like alive on the next level. I'm talking about some real Alice in Wonderland shit. When Alice went in that garden and the flowers came to life and they started talking. If you go look at Alice in Wonderland, and I'm talking about how vibrant the colors was, it was like that. That's why I always say we don't see like we supposed to see. We've been dumbed down a little bit. I don't know how much, but we got tweaked down a lot. Probably the way these bodies are, you feel me? But it was so beautiful. But the thing that I didn't like, it was so many people. And like, your consciousness is open. It's open. It's not open just to you, but you open up and you grab everybody else energy around you. So when you got everybody else energy, and like let's say if you was in fucking Iraq or something and you was around Bin Laden them, you feel me? And you are 4 ACO. You around motherfuckers that'll run in and blow up they self and blow up some shit. You hearing all they wicked thoughts. Bro, I was hearing everybody wicked thoughts, everybody good thoughts, but it was too much. It was too much because I never had a bad 4 ACO trip. I never had one. But this one kind of spooked me because I was feeling everybody and I was getting their thoughts and I was getting certain energies that was coming off of them and coming from them, and they was going right into me to where it was creating different scenarios that didn't even exist. And once you create a scenario when you off the 4 ACO or whatever, off the mushrooms, it happens. Like you'll see it in your mind. You'll fucking damn near live it in your mind. So it was doing shit like that. Like that's the only thing I didn't really like. But okay, after okay, this is something else that's trippy that happened. When I had got back to my brother's house, I laid down on the couch and I'm trying to go to sleep. Man, it was like 1 o'clock. I was still tripping balls. I was still tripping. It was like phasing in and out, boom, 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 like flashes, right? Like I was trying to go to sleep. It wouldn't let me go to sleep. I kept saying all I could say all night was mandalas, 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 because that's all I was seeing. Mandalas. Every time I blink, it was mandalas, mandalas, like in all different types of forms. And it was like, okay, so then that's when I started to think and I started to question life and even how we were made. I started to question that shit. Like it was dummy crazy because the way in my mind I even visioned the human being, and the layers. The layers. That's what blew my mind. The layers. Bones. Then this. Then that. Then muscle. Then these tissues. Then organs. And then, skin. All the way down to the skin. All the way down to the skin. And it's like it was made to protect something that was inside there. So it had to put on all these different layers in order to protect this inner whatever it was. I don't know, bro. It was like trippy to the point to where I started talking to somebody. They came and sat right next to me, and I was having a conversation with them. We chopping it up. I'm laying down and I'm just looking at him, chopping it up with him. Next thing you know, I started to read his thoughts. I knew what he was going to say before he said. So like, it was like a double take. Like before he say what he was going to say, I would say it. And then he would say it. Then I would say it and he would say it. And I would answer it though. We having a conversation. And then what fucked me up is wasn't nobody there. Wasn't nobody there. I created something that I was even having a conversation with. I created whatever it was. But I was having a conversation with this thing and I'm looking at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at it sitting right here. It's dark, so it's like look like a shadow, but you can make it out to be like it was like a dude or something. That's what I could make it out to be. But then it was me, bro. Like it was me. I said, bro, I'm telling you. Look, okay. Then here it is. A day later, I'm thinking, okay, because the whole time I was thinking, no, I'm not tripping around a gang of people no more. I'm not doing that. I'm going to start tripping to myself. Or, if I'm tripping with somebody else and we chilling together, you know what I'm saying, and we diving in, I'll do it like that. But I'm not going to trip around a lot of people with different minds. And I'm thinking about it. And then this what came to mind. This blew me away. It started showing me, if you start to pay attention, it's like, what if you knew when you were about to die? What if you know when you're about to die, you know when you being born? Because we always say you create your reality. And every time I said, okay, you create your reality, I got it. I understood it, but I didn't understand it all the way to the fullest. Now I'm starting to get it more and more. The more I get it, the more I've been diving, the more shit just come to me. And it showed me like, because we create as we go along, what we decide to do and the different things that, we decide to do until we started following each other. We started following each other, which is not a bad thing, but we let society right now, it shows you, we let society create our reality because society is designed for you to do this, do that, do that. Is there certain different steps and measures? You do create your reality, but who is creating it for you now? You're not creating it for yourself. They already know that you create your reality. These people know that. They know the power that you as a person by yourself actually have. This life or whatever this is or whoever is running things, they know this. So the humans that are higher up, that's why they create all these certain things that you got to do, all these different rules, all these different situations. You got to go to school, you got to go to college, you got to put your kids in school, you got to get shots. They telling you this is what you got to do, and you're going and you're doing it. It is what you are doing. They're creating the reality. They got us in control to where, they telling us how to create, how to live. It's like we not creating it for ourselves. You are, but you're not. You're not. Because the way it's designed now is for you to follow. It don't matter if you get a good job or a bad job. You're still following the reality of the ones that are in control right now. Because they know you create your own reality. They know that. They know it. That's why they create it for you. And they tell you what's right and what's wrong, the different food groups, what you should eat, what you shouldn't eat, what you should watch, what's going on with the coronavirus, this and that. They plant things in our head, and then it lead us straight to where they want us to go. Every time. Every time. Because even when you think about, like, when you think about, okay, I got to get my life together. What do getting your life together even consist of? It consists of getting the job, basically working, and different things of that nature, because you know you have to work in order to survive in this reality right here. In order to really survive, they know that we have to work. But the way that they're doing it is, when you work, all that, the money that you making is nothing compared to the money they're making, because they got a billion people like you. They a million billion people like you that then did the same thing over time. Over time. So you continuing to try to work to live and survive is keeping them strong. So it's like, man, they creating this shit for us, man. They creating it for us. And we know if we don't follow their rules, what happens, bro? You an outcast. You become an outcast. You become like a homeless person, a bum on the street. You feel me? You become all these other things that's supposed to be outcasts to us. Like, we'll think as homeless people as homeless, bums. They got so many different names for them. But really what they are free. They're free souls. They can free roam. We can't do that. We tied down. You feel me? We tied down. Without even knowing, we always tied down. From their rules, from what they want us to do, we stay tied down. And then everybody that ain't tied down, we try to tie them down. Hey, you feel me? You need to do this, you need to do that, all the things that they told us to do, because I'm doing it. So why ain't you doing it? Bro, this shit is crazy, man. But I'm just saying, what if you can know when your end was gonna be? And if you actually pay attention, you are creating your end. You creating it. Nobody else is creating it for you. You creating it. You accepting the necessary steps that are put in front of you and going, okay, look, I get to choose. It's like they put all kind of choices in our face, and you get to choose which way you want to go. You feel me? This shit is fucking trippy, man. But it's so much more about my 4ACO trip I'm gonna get into later. But right now, that was just the basics. And now, like, my crown chakra was open for like 2 days. Like 2 days. It seemed like it's still like on one right now. But I'm just saying, if you start to pay attention, you'll understand what I'm saying. Just pay attention, man. Listen, start listening to things more often. I'm talking about, I don't give a fuck who it is or what it is or whatever you listen to. The stuff that even that you like. It's like it was made just for you. Just for you. And I'm trying to understand, how the fuck is that? That shit is fucking crazy. And it's everybody. It's not just me. This is everybody as individuals. As individuals. This shit crazy. But I'm telling you, we don't see like we used to see. The way we used to see, and our perception was like at a level that was like beyond what this is. Well beyond what this is. But pay attention. Pay attention, man. Man, I'll see y'all later. I just have to just say that right now while it hit me right now. But peace and love.